So 6 games in, 6 games won, 18 points on the board, 15 goals scored, 3 goals conceded. I am having a lovely time. Hello there and welcome to Season 1, Episode 2 of Let's Go Parma. I'm Stubo. Thank you very much for joining me in today's episode. Today's episode where we are going to be playing against Frosinone and Brescia, second and, well, it was third. It's now second and fourth in the league. If that all sounds like a good idea to you, please do leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel as well for more Football Manager awesomeness. Since you were last with us, it's been very, very good. If I quickly show you here, like I said, played 6, won 6. Forget about the cup game that I completely forgot to tell you about in the last episode. Apologies for that. Yeah, we've won all 6 of our league games so far. 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 2-1. We've done really, really well. There's been some very good performances in here. And we have shown a degree of grit in this team as well. If we look at the game against Spal, for example, look at that. 93rd minute winner. We went ahead, they equalised, and then it took such a long time. But Juan Brunetta with the goal in the 93rd minute, just doing the business for us. It was absolutely fantastic. And then in the last game, I think we were 3-0 up and then we conceded a goal. I know we were 2-0 up and then we got a third after they got pulled one back. This game, I draw your attention to this for one simple man, Roberto Inglese. If I quickly click on it, I want to show you the goals because Inglese, considering in the first episode, or in episode 0, I pointed him out and said I don't think he's going to be much of a goal scorer. He's scored in every game but one so far. The man is a goal machine, and I need to show you this goal and then his next goal because these 2 goals are beautiful. I was half paying attention while we were playing this game, and then I just, out the corner of my eye, saw this go in the back of the net. So Shetterella gets it out to Rispoli. Rispoli back into the middle. Pandev then gets it to Inglese. And Inglese, oh my God. And that one I actually hit the record button, so you should be watching that now. The behind the goal angle. Oh my word. What a goal. Like, the bend on it. It's going away from the goal, and it just curves inside. It's a thing of beauty. Absolute thing of beauty. And then his second goal, just as good. Shattarella gets it over to Sobotka. Sobotka gets it all the way over to Man. Man heads it down to Inglese, and Inglese just hits it first time. Keeper can do nothing about it. There was an offside check. Offside was not a thing that we needed to be worried about. And it was just a thing of beauty. But yeah, we are doing very, very well. The one slight concern I have is in the finances. That's not the finances, that's the finances. So, we've got a positive balance in the bank. That's all great. We have made a loss this month in 2 days, which is obviously not ideal. That number was a lot higher like 2 months ago. It was around 10 million. And it's not transfers that has affected that. What's affected it, I don't know if I've shown you this yet, is this. Now, we have a net debt and we have a transfer debt. They're fine. They're okay. What isn't fine is this stuff here. We've got an original debt of 11 million with 6 million left to pay. That is obviously going to mostly be gone by the end of this season. So by the end of this season, everything apart from the biggest part of that debt is going to be gone. But we are hemorrhaging money as a result. On top of that, we have got the transfer debt as well, which comes out. So bank loans and state loans are kind of worrying me a little bit. However, most of it will, well, not most of it. Most of the individual transactions will be gone and we'll just be left with the big one. Once the big one is gone, we're fine. So I think once we make one big player sale, which will probably be at the end of this season, I think. We're not going to do anything crazy in January because we want to keep the core of this team together. We'll probably be fine. But that at the moment is concerning me a little bit. I think it is going to be fine. It's just that number has dropped dramatically. I mean, I don't know whether I can quickly show you. Last month we lost 3 million. Income-wise, we made 756,000. You can see why I might be a bit concerned. There's a bit of a worry there. I think, but at the end of the season, if we get promoted, we'll get cash coming into the club, so it will be fine. None of that really matters at this point. Oh, I did have some transfer business on deadline day. There was no incomings. It was all outgoings. It was 3 of our younger players who weren't going to get into the team. Vasilis Zagaritis has gone to Iraklis. Yeah, Iraklis. 20-year-old fullback. We've just sent him out on loan because he wasn't getting into the team. Also, he hasn't just joined us, but he's got a bit of potential. I didn't want to just bin him off completely. So if we can get him out there, get him playing some football, maybe increase his value, he can then come back into the team, or we can move him on. Aliou Traore, he's actually just joined this season. We couldn't sell him. So he's gone to Sutton of all places. He's gone on loan there, and as you can see, the attributes aren't doing very well. And Stefano Palmucci, he's been with us for a little while, hasn't played a game for us. We've just sent him out on loan, mainly because I couldn't shift him. So a loan ended up being the thing. I think he's got a bit of potential, so he might come back and do a job for us. But they were the ones that went on deadline day. As I said, no transfers on deadline day for us. But none of that matters because we've got the game against Frosinone, second in the league, Frosinone, the team who are chasing us. They do not have a 400% record. We do. So everything to lose for us today, really. But this is the 11 we're going to be going with. It's Buffon in goal, Rispoli, Graemel, Osorio and Osterwald in defence. Sciattarella, I'm really going to struggle with that. Sciattarella and Sobotka in midfield with Totino, Pandev and Brunetta with Inglese up front. Inglese has been really good. 7 goals in 7 games so far. He's been incredible. Totino has been our best player, in my opinion. Him and Inglese have been fantastic, but Totino just seems to show up every now and then. Also, slightly surprisingly, Andrea Rispoli, 33-year-old Italian fullback. I would normally look to bin him off. He's been fantastic so far. You saw in the first episode, little interceptions here and there, but he's also not an assist machine necessarily. He's only got 2, but he has been very, very good at whipping that ball into the box and just causing a bit of chaos. He has been really, really good. Also, so has Berton Below. We've not been playing him every game, but we have been putting him in every now and then. Valencia has been left out a little bit, and we haven't even attempted to use Danilo yet. So, it's all going very, very well. I do need to keep an eye on the players, though. There are signs of not necessarily fatigue, but if we look at some of the players here, if I pick Osterwald, for example, injury susceptibility is high with no recurring injuries. He's played most of the games. Inglese is the same. I don't think we've had a game where he hasn't started. So we do need to start rotating these guys out of the team. We're doing it with some players like Sobotka and Sciattarella. We are rotating while the centre-backs we have been rotating relatively well. But we do need to keep an eye on that. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. The game against Frosinone coming up in Serie B. I said it wrong. Serie B. I'll get there in the end. Let's go. So, despite our relatively quick success in the Let's Go Hammers West Ham save, it took me a little while to fall in love with that team. I'm already starting to fall in love with this Parma team a little bit. There's just a lot of character about them. They're going for the tackles. They love attacking. It's just great. They're just so good. I absolutely love them. I don't know whether I mentioned it in the intro, but we are a bit of a goal machine in this league. I think we've got the best for goals scored, and we're the 3rd best for goals against. Yeah, something like that. You're 3rd best for goals against. We are the 8th worst team in terms of yellow cards, though. So we are a bit of a naughty boys club at this team, but it's fine. You know what? If it gets the job done, it gets the job done. I do not mind. Right, we're starting the game off, with Frosinone with the ball, which is not ideal. If we can get the ball and put that right, lads, that'd be great. They just launched the ball all the way back to their goalkeeper, Ravaglia, who launches it forward again. He didn't want the ball, obviously, and Sobotka comes deep to get it. And if we can launch counter-attack with this, that'd be great. Brunetta now, looking for options. He's one of those players, he doesn't actually look that impressive in highlights, but he's got a good, consistent match rating in a lot of the games, and he has chopped in with goals and assists every now and then. He's looked pretty good, actually. Just looking at him, he doesn't look spectacular. And Sciattarella, speaking of spectacular, goes and buries it in the back of the net. It's another worldie. We're in Serie B, and we're scoring worldies for fun. Inglese with 2 in the last game, and then Sciattarella, the vice-captain himself, gets the ball here from, is it Brunetta who passes it to him? No, it's Inglese, actually. Inglese gets the assist, and what a hit. What a hit. The curl on that was fantastic. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss for that one. That was a thing of beauty. And we do lead 1-0 against a team who would no longer be second in the table. Spal would be taking their place, and they, Frosinone, drop as low as 5th at the moment if it stays as it is. Obviously, a lot of football to play in this game. There's a long way to go. But I'm enjoying myself so far. And I think Sciattarella's just giving away a free kick. Lucky not to get another yellow card. So, oh no, it's us. Pandev with a free kick. Oh, I thought that was them with the free kick. It wasn't. Oh, I was nearly very unhappy. Turns out I'm actually very happy. Pandev now with the corner. Going to be looking to get it on the head of Inglese. Inglese was there. He didn't jump for it. The way that adjusted then, I thought we were getting a penalty. We don't get a penalty, and the highlight ends. But, you know what? It's okay. I'll allow it. It's okay. Not that I'm in control of it, but I will allow it. Right, Inglese can't get on the end of the ball. The head was nowhere near him, in fact. And now Frosinone attempting to build from the back. Roden goes back to Szyminski. I hope I said that right. Probably didn't. Prince launches it to Zerbin. I can say those names. Keanu. Going to go with Keanu. Keanu, not Reeves. Running forward. Has the shot. Oh, and Buffon should be a bit disappointed in himself there. Camilo Keanu, just with the strike. Not a lot of power on it. It just goes underneath the goalkeeper. And it is 1-1. And it's a little bit disappointing. We have dominated the game. Keanu does all the work himself. The defenders can't get onto him. We do lack a bit of pace in that midfield, it has to be said. And, yeah, Buffon really should be doing better there, in my opinion. Little bit disappointing. We're going to encourage the boys, though. We have been, by far and away, the best team. So let's not worry at the moment. Again, Frosinone, good enough to be second in the table, or in and about there. So it's no shame for us to be conceding a goal against them. No shame whatsoever. Let's say that one. Let's motivate them a little bit. Let's try and motivate them. So, Chattarella, calm yourself down. Brunetta, play better. Who else needs to play better? Osterwolde, Osorio, Graymel, the entire back line. Play better. Oh, that upset a few of them. Right, I might actually make 1 or 2 changes, actually, because the back line isn't looking very good. Graymel's not had a very good game, so we're going to bring on... Do you know what? We're going to bring on Bello. I know I probably shouldn't. I'm going to bring the youngster on. Hopefully he can have an effect. And Brunetta's not had a good game. I tell you what, we're going to do something we did in the last game. Totino's going to go over to the left-hand side. I'm going to bring Dennis Mann on, who had a decent game, actually. We're going to go to that. Let's do it. Let's pat these little lads on the head. Little lads on the head. Let's not be making them feel very silly. Let's not do that. That's not nice. Let's just go for it, shall we, boys? Come on. Let's go and get a second. And we start with a highlight with Spoli, who I spoke very highly about before the game. Whips it in, looking for Below. Below just can't get his head on it. The keeper manages to pluck the ball out of the air and launches it forward, looking for Keanu. Keanu, I don't know whether he heads it back or Chattarella attempted to clear it. Either way, it ended up going backwards, which is lovely. If we can get the ball here, boys, I wouldn't be against it. Wouldn't be against it in the slightest. Ricky launches it forward. Rispoli heads it back down to Buffon. Lovely, lovely stuff. Nice defensive work. And let's just try and get the ball forward, shall we? Below, launching forward. Playing almost like a wide centre-back. But he's playing in a 2, so that's a little bit concerning. Man gets back to Rispoli. Rispoli gives away the ball, but manages to retain possession somehow. Back to Man. Man's going to try and whip it in here. Gets onto his left foot. Back to Rispoli. Into Chattarella. Chattarella into Inglese. And it is 2-1. It's that man again, Roberto Inglese. Making me look silly. Episode 0, I'd almost written him off because of his poor goal return compared to the games he's played. He has got a goal for every game played this season. Minimum a goal for every... Yeah, I actually think it's 8 goals in 8 games. What a man. What a man. And let's just carry on, shall we, boys? Let's not stop there. 2-1's great. I would prefer 3, if at all possible. I don't think that's too much to ask, is it? Come on, boys. Let's do it. Let's get some more. Totino is absolutely shattered, by the way. I don't know if he's got a small knock. But I do feel like he's got a bit of a knock. So we will take Totino off. We'll bring on... It's going to have to be Bernabé. I mean, we could bring Dominguez on, actually. Dominguez can play there. We are training him to play there as well. So let's do that. Let's bring on. Man's had a terrible game since he's come on, by the way. But we will do that. We'll give Dominguez some game time. Let's see whether he can spark into life. Hopefully he can. Chattarella with the free kick, whips it in. Looking for a header, can't get there. The ball will fall back to Sobotka. He's going to try and recycle possession and launch us into another attack. Osorio, not the man I really want on the left wing, but there we go. Can't always get what we want, can we? Pandev now, looking for options. Gets it Inglese. Inglese into Man. Holds it up, goes back to Below, who again's very wide, very, very wide. And Man's in here. Can he cross it into the box? He gets it into Inglese. Pandev is there, and the goalkeeper just spills it. Fortunately for him, my phone just went off. Apologies if you heard that. Just spills it out. Fortunately for him, it is a corner. Pandev whips it in, looking for Inglese. And Inglese makes it 3. His goal return improves. 9 in 8. Again, wrote him off. He's proven me wrong, and I'm very, very happy about it. It is Parma 3, Frosinone 1. And it's from a corner. Wonderful. We trained corners on this week, actually. So that definitely paid off. And I'm very happy to see it. Inglese with 2. He actually got the assist for the first as well. So 3 goal contributions for him today. Definitely a lovely thing. Chattarella is shattered. So we are going to take him off. Maybe Vasquez. Maybe we'll bring Vasquez on. Let's bring Vasquez on. Vasquez I feel sorry for. He was going to be one of our most important players. And he's barely had a look in. And you know what? I think we can make one more substitution. Let's bring on Cabotan as well. Bring on Cabotan? That doesn't make any sense. We'll do that. rest a few of the players who have played a lot of football. And we'll just try and make sure we see this game out now. A bit of praise around the 90th minute. Let's do that now. And 20 shots, 10 on target, 3 goals. That is very, very good to me. 21 points from 7 games. Inglese with another couple of goals. Better than the goal a game at the moment. That was very good. I'm very impressed. I thought that might be the game where we come unstuck. We are definitely playing at a level above a lot of these teams at the moment. That doesn't mean we'll continue to, but I'm very happy. Only a bruised ankle for Totino. That's good. Absolute dominance. Brunetta, there's a permanent deal here, which worries me because of the amount of money involved. Hopefully that money's tied up somewhere else. I don't think it will be, though. Inglese, man of the match. Had a very good game. 7 straight wins for us. Fantastic. Brescia have now gone second, actually. That result has cost Frosinone in their second place. Brescia, who you're going to see in the next game, have gone second. So the Serie B table looks like this after that game. Inglese now tied for top goal scorer and is the best player, tied with Moreo, who is the top goal scorer officially in the league. So it's a fight between Moreo and Inglese for a lot of this stuff. I'm kind of here for that. I love that. I love the fact that there's 2 strikers just battling it out. That's pretty cool. Right, give me a moment. We have got the game against... There's at least 1 game. There's 2 games. So Cremonese and Perugia. We'll play those 2 games off camera. I'll come back to you for the game against Brescia. Don't go anywhere. Why does my phone keep going off? Don't go anywhere. And we are back after playing 2 very frustrating games. Both of them 1-1 draws. Oh, God. Cremonese are a mid-table team at the moment, and this was just annoying. They scored very early on. We absolutely battered them. It took till the 92nd minute to get a winner. This game, kind of similar, but kind of the other way around. We scored. It took a long time to actually break them down, but we were battering them. And then with their second shot of the game, it's a free kick. Buffon just spills it. Should have had it under control. And then Jacopo Segre just tapped it in the back of the net. And nothing we could do could get past them. Simi had a good game. We played Simi instead of Inglese. And although he had a good game, he was terrible in front of goal. Just us in front of goal has been absolutely shocking recently. So as you can see here, there's a lot of chance conversions. We put 2 chance conversions here, 1 here as well. Because at the moment, for those 2 games, that seems to be the issue. On top of that, our backup goalkeeper's picked up a knock as well. So we've had to put Alberto Rossi, who is 19 years old, 18 years old. Not very good, but he'll do on the bench. But that's the 11 we're going to go with. Let's get to here. So it's Buffon in goal, Rispoli, Graham, Osorio, and Cabot in defence. Chiatarella and Sobotka in midfield, with Totino, Vasquez and Brunetta supporting Inglese up front. Pandev has had a bad run of form. Simi, we've fallen out with a couple of times. He doesn't seem to accept that he's not playing well if he's not scoring. He's here to score goals. He's not scoring them. I'm not overly happy with the fact he's not scoring them. Just do a quick emergency save. Let's get into the game, shall we? Hopefully, against Brescia, second in the table, we'll get a win. Or this current run of ours is just going to end with us just losing. Hopefully that's not the case. Without any further ado, let's go. I am really looking for a better performance here. And annoyingly, the performances haven't been the problem. The issue has been our ability to put the ball in the back of the net. Now, granted, we didn't have Inglese in the last game, but we did have him for the game against Cremonese. And that's a game we should have... Both of them are games we should have won. So I've got a real frustration with the finishing of this team at the moment, because we were doing so very well with it, and then all of a sudden it just feels like a switch is flicked and we struggle to get the ball in the back of the net more than once in a game, where for the most part we've been 2 or 3 goals a game, and we might... I thought we might have just managed to get one now. Unfortunately, it's offside anyway, but the concerning thing for me there is, again, although it was on target, it wasn't in the back of the net. I mean, it wouldn't have counted anyway, but that ball should have been buried by Inglese, and he had a really, really good start, and I'm just worried this is one of those times when a striker has a great start and then just goes on a barren spell. We're 2 games into that potential barren spell. Let's not get overhyped at the moment. I mean, normally I would have looked at this game and I would have said a 0-0 draw or a draw of any kind would be good. After the last 2 games, I kind of want to win it just to kind of convince myself that 2 draws against teams we should be beating isn't the end of the world. It's not. I know it's not. But I'm just frustrated in the manner of which we drew those games against teams we should be beating. Totino has the shot, just puts it over there. Again, that's the kind of finishing that I'm a little bit concerned by. And we look very, very deep, so I think we are going to make 1 or 2 changes. We're just going to say that one, and we're just going to try and motivate them as best as we can. We've motivated them a little bit. Not at all. In fact, we've got a couple of nervous players out here. Some of these ratings are really poor. But our left-hand side of defence at the moment is really bad. Both of these guys are having poor performances recently. So he's coming off. Totino has had a really poor performance so far. But I kind of want to keep him on because he's just got that little bit of quality. What we are going to do is we are going to turn the tempo up a little bit, and we're going to be a little bit more expressive, and we're actually going to raise the defensive lines because we just seem to be very, very deep. We're going to raise this line as well, and we're just going to go for that. Maybe that's probably a change too much, but we're just going to see whether it can possibly make a difference. And we're going to demand a bit more from the team. We are playing better than them. However, they're not far behind us, so we do need to be a little bit careful. Again, a draw in out of context, looking at the table, a draw's not bad. The context of the last couple of games, Rispoli's having a shocker, by the way. Rispoli's off. Right, Rispoli, I'm sorry. I'm berating you and taking you off because that is just unacceptable. Unacceptable to be on that rating against a team that we should be beating. Yeah, out of context of the last few games, a draw against these guys isn't a problem. 3 draws in a row worries me a little bit. I thought we'd won the ball back there, and we're just letting them pass the ball around us. We're meant to be closing them down, and it's going to be 1-0, and it is 1-0. And I'm furious with the players. I'm absolutely furious. They need to wake up. We've gotten complacent. We've gotten really, really complacent. And Brescia leads. And all of a sudden, all of that good work in those first 6, 7, 8 games, it's not thrown away. Let's not get too... We're still going to be top of the table. But we want to... I want to win every game. You know, I'm that kind of person. I want to win every game while we're playing this. I'm very competitive when it comes to Football Manager. And it frustrates me, especially when it's a game we should be winning. Looking at the match stats, we should be winning this game. And I've still got the annoyance of the last 2 games. And we have got a goal. Brunetta gets the ball in the back of the net. Totino with the assist. We left Totino on for a reason. That's the reason. He can just produce a little bit of magic. And it is 1-1. That makes me feel a little bit better. But again, we are just struggling at the moment. I'm demanding more from the boys. There's more to come from this team. Inglese's had another poor performance. I'm actually going to do something which I've not done yet. Totino is going to go up front. He is actually... he is a striker. He has the ability to be a striker. We'll put him to an advanced forward, and we'll take Inglese off, and we're going to take him off for Dennis Mann. Franco Vasquez has not had a good performance. He can come off. He's going to come off for Pandev, who's had a poor performance himself recently. He's not been very, very good. Chiatarella is going to come off as well for... Do you know what? He's going to... I don't really know. I don't know who I want to bring him off for. Probably Som. Som's probably going to be the best player to do that with. And we're going to go ahead with that. I think that's the best thing we can do. But yeah, the Totino to Brunetta goal has been something that's happened a number of times. Come on, boys. I mean, again, a draw is not the end of the world here, but it's just frustrating. Come on. Let's just get one more. One more just to see the game out. Again, it's not the end of the world if we don't, but I'd quite like it. We rescue a point. Do you know what? I'm frustrated because look at those match stats. We were 100% the better team, and we just... We're starting to concede a few sloppy goals. And we just seem to not be able to score at the moment. And I'm just getting really frustrated. Really, really frustrated. Right. That's going to be an issue. Right there. Okay. Why is our attacking... Well, to be fair, it's heavy for one reason alone. It's because I've got a lot of attacking training going on at the moment. That's the reason why. So I can actually explain that perfectly well. So let's take you off there. Let's pop you on there. Let's take you off there. Pop you on there. Everything's average. We need more coaches, really. For the way that I do my coaching, for it to be as effective as it can be, we definitely need more coaches. And we can't actually ask for any more at the moment, which is really frustrating. Okay. Look, at the end of the day, we're still first. We're 5 points clear of Ascoli. Brescia have dropped down to third. Do you know what? In the grand scheme of things, that's not the end of the world. But the fact that we've just gone 3 draws in a row is a little bit concerning to me. So I'm hoping that that doesn't continue because, yeah, I'm a little bit frustrated with that. So Ascoli have gone seconds and Crotone are about there as well. So let's come back in the next episode. We're going to come back in November. Let's go with Ascoli and maybe Cittadella. Might go with those two, possibly. I'll have a play around and think about what the teams are, but one of the games will definitely be the Ascoli game. Hopefully, by the Ascoli game, I'll have calmed down a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do leave a like on the video, and please do subscribe to the channel as well for more Football Manager goodness. I've been Stubo. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.